into authentic conversations about ourselves and our community, exploring topics that uplift and inspire us. From personal growth to social change. So grab your teacup and get ready to join the conversation.
Roomy and serve. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit.
How much bigger can it get?
It'll get a lot bigger. I think we're at the tip of the iceberg at this moment.
All right, y'all heard that. Well, Jay-Z.
The average person sees around 10,000 online ads daily.
And up for a lawsuit. Okay. A girl from 24 years ago, and in the state of California or New York, there's no statute of limitations for Jay-Z to not be held accountable for these moments if they are true, according to Busby, attorney Busby, that's representing John Doe, whichever, however that's going to be. He said he got tapes. He said he got records. He got photos. He got accounts of the situation that could bring Jay-Z to his motherfucking knees. Jay-Z said, I want to see you try. Because, I'm going to give you the best of what I can to, counteract this moment so that you don't think you got one over on me and try to take me down from my empire, standpoint. So, y'all, it's getting wild out here. Jay-Z, everybody's been saying Jay-Z was gonna get taken down. I wasn't opposed to saying that Jay-Z could be, also needing to be held accountable for actions of things that were illegal and things like that, because Jay-Z was with Aaliyah when she was underage. Foxy Brown. You see what I'm saying? So not for nothing, that was right in front of our faces. Jay-Z was, with Aaliyah and Foxy Brown when they played. So I mean, I don't know if Rihanna was underage, but it's buzzing around that she was when Jay-Z, got wind of her and started sniffing up under her, and you know what I'm saying, made it a thing with Rihanna. To put Rihanna in the game as one of the baddest bitches in the game, like Beyonce, right? And we know that how you go about doing that with Jay-Z is you know what I'm saying, do what you do intimately with Jay-Z. So not for nothing, you know what I'm saying, we believe that that's what that was to have been done. So Jay-Z under a lawsuit. Now we're like, okay, y'all done peddled this situation around down to the lawsuit situation, but what about criminal? Why isn't anything criminal? Let's see if TMZ talking about anything, y'all. Sean Diddy Combs accused. We know all of that. Okay, here we go. Jay-Z accused of raping 13-year-old girl with Diddy, the TMZ podcast. Let's listen to what TMZ is talking about. We are only going to get the real of the real, never the fake of the fake over here when you are dealing with tea talking. That's all we're going to talk about is what's real.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton,
I'm Charlie Naff.
and today we're talking about Jay-Z.
Woo! This was an insane headline yesterday. He is being accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in a Diddy lawsuit, but he says it's a blackmail attempt.
We'll also talk about Barry Keoghan and his rumored other woman, Brecky. Brecky, is that her name?
Yeah, Brecky Hill.
Never heard that name, Brecky, before.
Cute.
It's there's no need for the R there. It's like Becky or
R. Oh.
Anyway, she's denying it. He's logging off Instagram, deactivate. It's getting pretty crazy.
See you later. Yep.
And finally, end of an era.
No pun intended.
Definitely pun intended. Taylor Swift's tour ended last night. We'll give you the stats and we'll talk about her farewell concert.
Yes.
To begin with, though, Jay-Z has been dragged into the muck. For a while, people were speculating potentially his name might come up as part of this Diddy investigation, and now it has. So this is a lawsuit that was previously filed in October,
Right.
naming Diddy, but having two unnamed other celebrities as part of an incident involving a 13-year-old girl. Well,
Right. Well, she claimed Diddy and an unnamed celebrity
Yes.
proceeded to assault her while an unnamed female watched.
well, now we know who the alleged male is,
Right.
and it's Jay-Z.
Yeah, so it was refiled against, the lawsuit was refiled against Diddy to include Jay-Z on Sunday.
But not include the mystery female
Correct.
who, I mean, people are still asking, who is she and why aren't you putting her name in there if you're putting
Yeah.
the other names in there? But obviously, Jay-Z has come out and adamantly denied it, saying, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. He also goes on to talk about his family. He says, my only heartbreak is for my family, my wife, and I'll have to sit out down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims, and I'll explain the cruelty and greed of some people.
Wow.
So, just
And even Diddy's lawyers come out too and basically saying like, look, this shows like these lawsuits are bogus. And so Diddy's lawyer said, the amended complaint and the recent extortion lawsuit against Mr. Busby exposes his barrage of lawsuits against Mr. Combs for what they are, shameless publicity stunts.
well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the coming days because one man's blackmail is another man's settlement negotiations. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that what you do before? Basically, what Tony Busby, the lawyer, must have done is say, Jay-Z, my client, she's willing to settle with you for this
X
amount of
amount.
money.
Mhm.
If you
And
don't,
won't name you.
we won't name you. Yes or no? And Jay-Z said no. And now they're naming him. And now he's going to have to fight against these, like, the worst allegations
Oh, it's
anyone could ever be
horrible.
accused of.
Yeah.
Also, interestingly, tonight is the premiere of Mufasa, a movie that Beyonce stars in, and it's Blue Ivy's very first, like, big movie role. So you would have thought before yesterday, maybe, that Jay-Z would be there to support
Support.
his two main girls, but maybe not now.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't even think Beyonce or Blue Ivy walk the red carpet.
You don't think anyone walks?
I don't think so.
Well,
Because
Jay-Z
they would be asked about it, or like reporters would be watching them, right? And be like, oh, they were unbothered. And I don't think they want to continue the narrative.
It's so true, but if you're Jay-Z sitting there and say you haven't done anything,
Yeah.
and you be looking at your daughter Blue Ivy, this is her big moment, her first moment, her debut, and you not only can't you go, but you're not going to let her go with some allegation against you?
I mean, if you think about it, when all the allegations came out about Diddy, he didn't attend huge milestones as well.
He was out and about.
No,
he was in Miami.
He was just at his house. You're just thinking of the paparazzi of him, like, in his backyard. But he didn't go to, like, his twin daughter's prom.
That's
he didn't
true.
go to, like, kids' graduations, like, actual, like, you know, milestone events. He missed out on because he was trying to, you know, not have the attention go in the wrong place.
Totally. Well, I mean, this
and look,
Diddy case,
we don't know. We don't know if these allegations are true or not.
Of course.
We have no idea. We're just kind of, you know, giving you guys the facts as we get them. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a wild ride.
It's going to be interesting to know who that third alleged person was in the room, because clearly they could back up one of the stories.
Right.
Also, there were plenty of people supposedly at that freak-off, like not in the room, but at the party. So if there's eyewitness accounts of them going into a room together, more is going to come out. And this Diddy case is just going to be the biggest trial ever.
And I also wonder too, remember they had alleged that Diddy had filmed all these freak-offs? Is this on camera? Is this on tape?
That's why they raided, to try to get like the tapes before he like destroyed them. My God.
But I feel like they would have said that, right? If there was evidence, that would have been said in the lawsuit. And
but I don't know Busby
I don't think
would
he
know
would have
that.
been named.
I don't know Busby would know what the
tapes
FBI
were
found.
Yeah, that's possible. But then it would have been in the indictment, right?
Yeah, that's above my pay grade, Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, on to our next story. Barry Keoghan is very upset about being an alleged cheater, and Brecky Hill is kind of pretending to be upset.
All right, that was some insight from the TMZ podcast. So Jay-Z was the anonymous person that was, you know, on the radar of the lawsuit with Diddy or whatever. Okay. They tried to extort him, according to him, and say, if you keep quiet, then we, you know, will not bring you out and say you are the other person that is in this situation with one other person, right? So not for nothing, here's Court TV with the update. Let's take a listen. We are taking a listen in on Jay-Z being from anonymous to the person named in a Diddy sexual assault lawsuit on a 13-year-old.
With you some brand new developments we are learning in the Sean Diddy Combs investigations and civil lawsuits. We know this is an ongoing case against him, and now we are learning that one of the civil complaints that's been brought against Diddy has been amended. It's been amended. And so you may previously, and a case about a 13-year-old allegedly being raped by Diddy, allegedly being assaulted and raped by another male celebrity who was previously not identified.
Okay, that's why we don't know who that is.
Now, that celebrity has been identified. He's been identified as fellow hip-hop mogul Jay-Z. His name has been revealed. The allegation is that he and Diddy raped a 13-year-old girl at an after party in the year 2000 after the MTV Video Music Awards. Now, Jay-Z is denying these allegations. In a statement he posted to his X account, he denies the allegations and questions why this was done civilly, why this civil lawsuit was filed demanding money, and why a complaint has not been made. He writes, quote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny.
You
End
heard
quote.
him.
So that was what Jay-Z said publicly on his X account. In a statement to ABC News, that attorney, Mr. Busby, said, quote, "The pleading speaks for itself. This is a very serious matter that will be litigated in court." Now, this is the same lawsuit that was filed in October, accusing Diddy and accusing another celebrity of working in conjunction with Diddy to rape a 13-year-old not identified in the complaint, just named only as Jane Doe. And they also allege in this suit that another female celebrity was there the whole time watching this happen. So basically, we've heard these allegations about Diddy, and we were wondering who these two other celebrities are. In the first suit, they were just named as Celebrity A, a male celebrity, and Celebrity B, a female. Female just said to be watching, but Celebrity B said to have been taking part.
Is that the reason why Jay-Z been distant from Diddy and Diddy been somewhere like on his head? Like, nigga, you need to get your ass in contact with me. And Jay-Z's like, nigga, you hot. Nigga, you hot. You know what I'm saying? The feds all I watch you. You're hot. We know a bumper clot with you right now. Nigga, you hot, man. You know, Jay-Z got the dreads or whatever, right? So it's like, nigga, is that why Jay-Z is somewhere? Like, get away from me, goddamn it, me. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with you. Goddamn it, I done been in some compromising situations, goddamn it. I know that shit. Get your ass away from me. And then he's like, nigga, come in close. Come in close with me. So me and you can try to get ahead of this shit together. It's better if we stick together than be apart. Excuse me. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe that's what that's looking like. Why? You know what I'm saying? Diddy want Jay-Z to be in there close with him. And since Jay-Z was like, no, Diddy was like, you gonna get in here with me one way or the other. You want to be in jail with me, motherfucker? So I think maybe, you know what I'm saying, Diddy done brought Jay-Z into this shit. Like, no. Y'all got Jay-Z's ass in here as anonymous. He is the other culprit in this motherfucking situation. That's what I believe. Let's listen.
In the assaultive behavior. So now that suit has been amended and Jay-Z's name has been filled in. His real name, Sean Carter. So now he's a defendant along with Diddy in this particular civil lawsuit. There's so much to discuss here. Let me bring in our law enforcement analyst this hour. She is a law enforcement expert. She's also a trial consultant. Sunny Slaughter on the program. Sunny, good morning to you. We talked about this. When that suit was first filed. We were all wondering, who are these celebrities? Who is this man who's alleged to have raped this child, as Diddy is alleged to have raped this child? And who is this female celebrity alleged to have watched these rapes happen?
And let me say something real quick before she get on her, understanding of what's going on. It's not Jaguar. Okay? It's not Jaguar Wright that been peddling her pussy and everybody else's asses all around the internet with these fake ass motherfucking victims. It's not her, because I remember her ass said she seen Jay-Z and Diddy having sex. Okay, it wasn't her. If this situation happened, I bet you goddamn me one thing. It won't be Jaguar as the next motherfucker to come up from anonymous and say, it's Jaguar Wright. Let's listen.
What's your reaction, please, to this allegation being brought against Sean Carter and him not wanting to settle this?
As they pay some bills, okay, we are taking a listen to Jay-Z coming up from being anonymous to now we know that Jay-Z is supposed to be the other culprit in this situation, okay?
Good morning, Julie. Here we go again. here we go with this case and the unfolding of it. So when it comes to Sean Carter being named, you know, we've been hearing the rumblings and the ramblings that it could be him, that he could have something to do with this, and now the name is out. I have to agree with him. If this is a criminal case, criminal charges, let's see that happen. I am always, as a law enforcement expert, a litigation consultant, and someone that specializes in trafficking and sexual exploitation cases, concerned when we go to mediation regarding something that's criminal and not to the criminal litigation and for the investigation that is necessary in this case. Although it might be 24 years old, the allegations, we investigate cases that are 24 years old as law enforcement. And I think we need to see clear eyes and take down the temperature with the hype and get into the investigative material and start with Homeland Security Investigations, who has the expertise, who did the execution of the search warrant on Sean Puffy Combs stuff, and let's get into it that way as opposed to having mediation. These are criminal allegations, and we should not take them lightly, and particularly based on the age of the individual, and there could be others allegations.
Right, Sonny. And excellent points here. And let's keep taking it a step further. So you said this is a valid point, and I agree. I agree. I said it to my colleague, our senior producer on the show, Eric Goldson, when he said Jay-Z makes this point about why isn't this criminal? And I said, yeah, he's right. And I looked at the law. So the New York Child Victims Act, sometimes we hear it referred to as the CVA, a wonderful piece of legislation that opens up the window of the statute of limitations, right? Statutes of limitations, bar complaints that are outside of the window of time. And this extends them for child sexual abuse. And it does it in both civil court and in criminal. Sonny, you're familiar with this. So I'm doing the math here. This is alleged to have occurred in the year 2000. Okay, we're in 2024, and the statute of limitations is still open for a criminal case. According to what I'm seeing online, it's 28 years for felony offenses. Yep. So if this rape did occur, there's still 4 more years that this can be filed. And this is just the filing. And you know that, Sonny, just got to get the filing in, and then the prosecution can commence. So I'm curious your thoughts on that, Sonny, as an investigator. There's been a personal choice by this now woman, then 13-year-old complainant, who has chosen to go the civil route with attorney Tony Busby to get justice instead of going to investigators that we know of. Tony Busby could have said something publicly in response to Jay-Z's comment that, well, she has reported it or something, but to our knowledge, there has been no report. What does that say to you when an alleged victim isn't choosing to go the criminal route?
So it could say multiple things. And one of those could be that maybe as a young person or as someone more mature, they did try that. And they had some type of negative encounter with law enforcement where they may not have been believed. Sometimes that does happen, and that could have made it impossible for this alleged victim to feel comforted by what law enforcement would and could do. However, with all of the spotlight now on the other case, now tying this into this case, they might feel like there's more leverage, and maybe they don't want to go to court and testify in a trial. However, I think it is the wrong thing to do at any place when we think that criminal charges against someone where there's an alleged victim that was a child, a minor at the time. I do not think that lawyers should take this tactic. I know they're defending their clients, but I do think that we need an investigation into this case. There is still the parents. We need to find out, where were the parents with this child? Who else did she tell? There's so many nuances that are not explained. I just don't think that we can say, okay, it's going to be a civil complaint, ignore the criminal charges. And like you said, we still have a 4-year window where charges could be filed, but we need to get to those first before we start talking about having a mediation.
Right. Excellent point, Sonny, as always. For anybody wondering who Tony Busby is, so Texas-based lawyer, we've got a quick clip of him. Let's take a look.
One of the things students
while
love
they're
about
paying
culinary
bills, we are taking a listen to everything Jay-Z now coming up off of being the anonymous person in the Diddy lawsuit from October from the 13-year-old Jada John Doe. Okay,
available online.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward.
Okay, so he is the lawyer who has filed numerous claims. He is representing numerous victims. I can't even recall the number, but I know that, Sonny, you and I don't have enough fingers and toes to count all of the alleged victims that this guy is representing. And I'm saying alleged here, too, because we don't know. Look, we'll see what happens in civil court, however these cases are decided. They're merely accusations at this point against Sean Diddy Combs and now Sean Carter. Jay-Z. Yeah. So I want to dig into that story with you, Sonny. And full disclosure for everyone at home, we at Court TV just obtained a copy of this amended complaint. So I'm reading through this now. I have my computer open and I'm looking at it. So a couple questions right away when we think, how did this child even get into this party? And so, Sonny, what's alleged here is that she has someone drop her off because she wanted to go to the VMA Awards, has a friend drop her off near Radio City Music Hall in New York City. She wants to try to get into the VMAs. She said it was a bucket list thing for her, believed she could get in. Apparently, and again, this is all according to what Tony Busby set forth, but says that she started talking to limousine drivers who were parked in the area. And one of them who she spoke to apparently said that she fit what Diddy was looking for, that he liked younger girls. And this driver allegedly said that he had to take Diddy to the after party first, but told the plaintiff, come back to this exact location right after the VMAs and I'm going to pick you up and take you to the after party. And so that is what is alleged to have done, that this driver takes her there. She says she enters a large white residence, a gated U-shaped driveway, and claims that she might have been asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement. She's not sure, didn't get a copy of that. Sonny, I'm sure that'll become important later on as we analyze this. She says she sees many celebrities and there were waitresses circulating, carrying drinks on trays. She said she observed widespread drug use, including cocaine and marijuana use, took a drink that was reddish and yellow in color. She said it tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. Says after that she felt woozy, felt the need to lie down. She looked for a place to rest, saw what appeared to be an empty bedroom. Lays down on the bed. Soon after, she alleges that Diddy and Jay-Z, along with a female celebrity, enter the room. She automatically recognizes all three of them. Says that one of them, Combs, said, are you ready to party? Had a crazed look in his eyes. She claims that Combs threw her toward a wall, causing her to fall. Says she got up, at which point he grabbed her, threw her again on the bed. At that point, she claims that Jay-Z removed her clothing as she grew more and more disoriented. The allegation is that Jay-Z raped her first. That is the allegation, that he vaginally raped her while Combs and this female celebrity watched. That's what's being alleged. Then the allegations go on to further state that after Jay-Z finished raping her, he stepped back toward a wall and that Sean Diddy Combs stepped in and vaginally raped her while Jay-Z and that female celebrity watched. I'm going to stop right there because I could keep going here, but that is the gist of it, that two rapes took place. That is what this complaint is alleging that Diddy and Jay-Z both raped her, and that this female celebrity watched it happen. Okay, Sonny, let's start from the beginning of this story. The beginning of the story starts with a limo driver. I'm thinking about this person, this adult who transported a child to a party, allegedly. Does that sound a little bit like some sex trafficking? I don't know, but boy, if I was a federal prosecutor, I'd be paying close attention to this, wouldn't you?
The allegation, you hit it on the head. So this is transportation, and sometimes people think transportation.
Thanks for watching. Remember to show your support by liking, subscribing, and sharing. It's a blessing. Keep your teacups filled and ready for my next upload. Until then, stay inspired and remember, always stay dipping.